Hello and welcome everyone. Eternals is the third film in the MCU Phase 4, following the conclusion of the Infinity Saga, and clocking in at 2 hours and 40 minutes. It is the second longest MCU movie behind only Avengers Endgame. It's also helmed by the MCU first Oscar-winning director Chloé Zhao, who has been tasked with telling a story that stars a host of extremely famous actors, introduces an ancient race of superheroes and predatory shape-shifting aliens known as Deviants, and provides a greater explanation of the godlike beings called the Celestials that first appeared in Guardians of the Galaxy. The scope of Eternals expands beyond even the most ambitious Avengers crossovers. It spans thousands of years and tells the origin story of the entire MCU. Eternals explores the very creation of the Marvel Universe itself, Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige says in a featurette for the film. Eternals movie is releasing on November 5. And in this video I will tell you everything that you need to know before watching Eternals. There will be some spoilers for the movie. So yes, spoiler alert. So before we get started, don't forget to subscribe and press the bell icon so that you will never miss an upcoming update. With that out of the way, let's get started with the video. The ancient immortal aliens known as the Eternals arrived on Earth 7,000 years before present day from the planet Olympia, and they were sent there in order to protect humans from the threat of Deviants. The Deviants like to eat humans. It's no coincidence that the Eternals' home planet shares a name with the ancient Greek site, as most of these heroes draw inspiration from or in the context of the story, serve as the inspiration for gods and characters found in Greek mythology and other cultures. Fittingly, Eternals travels through the entire course of human history itself, telling its narrative across two timelines, one that traces back to ancient civilizations of the past, and one that focuses on the impending present-day apocalypse. The Eternals have been described as the next evolutionary step in the process that created human beings. This was kicked off by the Celestials, who decided to expedite the evolutionary process for a select few intelligent life forms on Earth to create the Eternal species. Now talking about Celestials. Celestials are powerful extraterrestrial cosmic beings. This alien race influenced key events in human history for mysterious and unclear reasons. They were responsible for key human evolutionary events, such as the genetic offshoot races the Eternals and the Deviants, as well as the creation of the X gene. Although the Eternals were created by the Celestials to defend Earth, Marvel's cosmic gods had also created their evil counterparts a long time before. Prior to getting the idea to accelerate human evolution and turn the superpowered offspring into heroes, they had the idea to accelerate human evolution and turn the superpowered offspring into fancy food. These were called the Deviants, and the Celestials ate them as a delicacy. Naturally, the Deviants aren't the happiest bunch, which led to a war between the Eternals and the Deviants. The Deviants are religious people, who follow the text of the Book of Krask. Now moving forward, let's see whom we are seeing in the Eternals. With so many new faces set to debut, I will do a quick rundown of all 10 Eternals featured in the film, plus one human who gets to join these gods. SERSI has the power to manipulate non-sentient matter, and perhaps more than any other Eternal, has a deep love and respect for humanity. In the film's present-day timeline, SERSI works at the Natural History Museum in London and is romantically involved with Dane Whitman, a human. Icarus is one of the most powerful members of the Eternals and can fly and shoot beams out of his eyes. He also has a centuries-long on-off relationship with SERSI. As Phastos' son points out in one of the film's teasers, the guy is pretty much the Superman of the MCU. AJAK is the leader of the Eternals, as well as the matriarch to this dysfunctional family of ancient aliens. She has the power to heal, as well as the unique ability to speak directly with the Celestials. Athena is the goddess of war, one of the elite fighters in the group, with the ability to manifest various weapons. Phastos is the inventor in the Eternals, a thinker who can assemble anything out of any kind of technology. He's the OG Tony Stark, thousands of years before Iron Man came to be. He's also the first openly gay superhero in the MCU. KINGO is a warrior who can manipulate energy with his hands, but he also happens to be a Bollywood star in the film's present-day timeline. Nandini even has an elaborate Bollywood number in the film that the actor spent several months training for. DRUIG has the ability to manipulate other people's thoughts with his mind. The comics version of the character tends to use this power to a villainous effect and is a longtime rival of Icarus. Makari has super speed, not unlike DC Flash or Marvel's Quicksilver, and is the MCU first deaf superhero. In the comics, Makari was originally a male character, and he, not Icarus, had an on-off relationship with SERSI. Like his character in Train to Busan, Lee uses only his fists to fight his foes as the ancient brawler Gilgamesh. He's the strongest warrior of the group, and Lee was able to incorporate his own experience as a longtime boxer in Gilgamesh's fighting style. Sprite uses illusions to confuse her enemies and allies alike, not unlike the mischievous trickster god Loki. She is unique in that she is the only Eternal to look like a child, despite being thousands of years old like her cohorts. Whitman works at the Natural History Museum in present-day London alongside SERSI. And while Dane is set to play a minor role in Eternals, in the comics, a man with that same name was an Avenger known as the Black Knight, the wielder of a powerful and cursed sword known as the Ebony Blade. In the Marvel Universe, Crow is a military leader and sometimes acts as the leader of the Deviant race, an evolutionary offshoot of the human race created by the Celestials. He is one of the first Earth Deviants created. Besides being a shapeshifter, he is immortal. Crow also had a love relationship with Eternal Thena in the comics. Zhao's Eternals focuses on almost all of the most prominent characters from the comics, with a notable omission being Zira's, Thena's father, and the original leader of the Eternals. The decision to write out Zira's likely came about due to the character's similarities to Thor's father, Odin, and is a choice that makes sense for the film considering AJAK's intriguing role as the sole communicator to the Celestials. Like Zira's, there were plenty of other Eternals who Marvel Studios could have elected to introduce, but the MCU version of the team was designed to feature 5 fighters and 5 thinkers. Zhao recently told Fandango, the idea came about from how human society was structured back then. Like many Marvel heroes, such as the Fantastic Four and Captain Marvel, the Eternals acquired their powers from cosmic energy. However, exactly which powers they get depends on how their body channels that energy. They could acquire the power of flight, superhuman strength, mind control, teleportation, force field generation, and the ability to shoot blinding bursts of energy out of their hands or eyes, or any combination of them. For those who don't know anything about power cosmic, let me tell you, the power cosmic is limitless energy that can allow the user to do many things, such as resurrect the dead, manipulate the user's size and mass, teleportation, telepathy, creation of force fields, time travel, superhuman strength, immortality, and much more. The power cosmic can be used in a powerful blast or in small doses, such as changing the color of a plant. The power cosmic can also be infused into the human soul, giving them a portion of the powers of the universe. The Eternals can harness their cosmic powers together to create the Uni-Mind, which amplifies their powers. Now again there is a new term, Uni-Mind. So again let me explain this. The Eternals once discovered that they could join their will and intelligence into one powerful entity, which they called the Uni-Mind. Uni-Mind have no race or gender. The Uni-Mind was made of light, mind, and pure energy, and other species, such as humans, could join safe from harm. The Prime Eternal is, normally, the only one able to summon the ritual of the Uni-Mind, determined either by heirdom or by combat in the Hall of Eternal Judgment. While on Earth, the Eternals' mission is to teach and encourage mankind's growth and advancement in order to protect themselves. According to a Disney press release, Eternals takes place across 2 time periods. One storyline is set in the past when they operated as a formidable team and a close family unit. The second storyline is in the present, when the group has fractured and split apart, content to live among humans, hiding in plain sight. The prevailing threat of the Deviants, which once again threatens the existence of mankind, means the Eternals need to put their differences aside and regroup. Another term that is used in the trailer is the emergence.
The sudden return of the population provided the necessary energy for the emergence to begin.
5 years after Thanos snapped his fingers and erased half all life in the universe in Avengers: Infinity War, the sudden return of the population in Avengers: Endgame provided the necessary energy for the emergence to begin on Earth. This emergence possibly be the arrival of Celestial on the Earth. We saw 2 Celestials in the Eternals final trailer. Let me tell you about them in brief. Each Celestial has a specialized role in their cosmic work. Jemiah the Analyzer works in concert with other Celestials, most notably Gammon the Gatherer, to ascertain the fundamental properties of life on a given planet and perhaps even speculate. After examination, upon its raw potential. The Skrulls, similarly cultivated by the space gods, at one point tried to destroy him with their worldwide planet-killing tech that left him standing unharmed in a smoking crater. The glimpse provided in the trailer doesn't divulge much about what his role in the film may be, but it does display him shaping energies and appearing through a rift in space, arriving for some unknown purpose. Arishem the Judge literally holds the fates of worlds within the palm of his hand. Written in glyphs known only to themselves, the equation for global destruction is inscribed along his thumb. Like Roman emperors of antiquity, Arishem silently twists his wrist, and civilizations are either eradicated or given a stay of execution. It's been noted that out of the trillions of worlds in existence, only a handful have ever proven worthy of further study, Earth principle among them. His appearance in the film differs greatly from his depiction in the comics, which breaks with precedent in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Essen the Searcher, another Celestial, was featured in Guardians of the Galaxy and modeled precisely on Kirby's blueprint. Arishem appears to be a hybrid of Essen, Gammonen, and Harjan the Measurer. This may be a purely artistic choice or a nod to additional portfolios of responsibility and power. This was all you need to know before watching Eternals. And with that, we will bring this video to an end. If you're new to the channel, then don't forget to subscribe. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.